This is episode 2, where I travel from Johannesburg to Port Elizabeth, where we drive to our first stop, Cannon Rocks, and explore the surrounding towns. We arrived in Port Elizabeth at the airport. We got a little bit more of a powerful car, the Polo TSI. If you do plan on doing any self-driving safaris or any mountain passes, I highly recommend you getting a little bit more of a powerful car as well. Our journey of the southern coast of Africa has officially begun. Driving through the countryside in South Africa, you notice how much space the animals have. They're just out grazing in huge fields, cows just being cows. 45 minutes into our drive, we arrived at Nanaga, a super popular rest stop and a farm stall for anyone driving this route. It is a beautiful sunny day here and we're at Nanaga farm stall. Used to be just one stall on its own and now it's like super built up, but apparently they have the best pies, so we're gonna go check them out. The store is full of jams, snacks, baked goods, and souvenirs. We grabbed a couple things and of course a lamb and mint pie before we headed back on the road. A 45-minute drive later, we arrived in Cannon Rocks. This tiny little beachfront town tucked away beside Addo Nature Reserve and an endless strip of almost untouched beaches. That concluded our travel day. Tomorrow's gonna be a big one, so we decided to call it a night. One of the things that was really important to me was seeing wild elephants here in South Africa, so today we're heading to Addo National Park. Addo is South Africa's third biggest park. It includes 180 hectares of land, as well as 120 hectares of marine reserve. It's big, so we're gonna see how much we can get through in one day. Bright and early the following day, we made our way to Tam Jazzy for breakfast. The food was absolutely incredible, fresh and flavorful, making this experience even more memorable. This place wasn't just a restaurant, but it was also a petting zoo with goats, pigs, chickens, ducks, and bunnies. I'm so excited to go see the elephants. Going in, I would have been happy just to see a couple of wild elephants. We saw hundreds. Everywhere along the drive, there were elephants walking in fields and herds gathered at watering holes, along with zebras, warthogs, and other wildlife. At one point, the road was even blocked by elephants and we had to turn around. It was absolutely incredible. We made a stop at one of the many viewpoints. We are at the Zerkop lookout and we are risking our lives because there could be a lion anywhere. So I'm a little bit terrified. Beware of lions. Is this safe right now? The view is beautiful and all, but I really didn't want to get eaten by lions, so it was just a quick stop. Then we headed to the Domkrag watering hole. There wasn't a lot of action when we first got there, and then slowly but surely, animals started appearing from everywhere. It was just like a scene from out of The Lion King. Addo National Park isn't just about elephants, it's about the thrill of possibility. The map teases you with hints of where the predators might be, but most of the time, it's about watching elephants, zebras, and buck, and feeling that quiet tension in the air. The possibility of a predator somewhere keeps every moment exciting. I think this is definitely one of my favorites of the lookout spots here at Addo. We were hungry after our full day safari, so we decided to grab a bite to eat at the Cattle Baron before heading back to Cannon Rocks. Once there, we were treated to an absolutely breathtaking sunset. It felt like the perfect welcome. The next morning, we headed to Boknes, just beside Cannon Rocks, for a hike to the Dias Cross. We are here in Boknes. We're about to hike up to the top of Dias Cross. It's quite a journey, about 4 kilometers there and 4 kilometers back, so make sure you pack some sunscreen and some water for your trip. What do you think, Jay? Do you think we're gonna make it to the Dias Cross today?
I'm gonna try.
If you're walking along the beach, just keep an eye out for these blue bottles. There's thousands of them, and they're a type of jellyfish that can sting pretty bad if you step on them. The trail wasn't easy. The soft sand made it a real workout. But after about an hour and a half, we finally reached the top. We have officially made it to the Dias Cross today. It was 100% worth it. 360 stunning views all around me. Absolutely gorgeous. I had barely just arrived in South Africa, and yet the beauty around me already felt immense. We just got back from that hike. It took us roughly 3 hours. We're absolutely starving, so there's this little spot called Lakabaki. We're gonna go check it out and see what they have to eat. Hello.
Hi.
That evening for dinner, we decided to check out Ruse, as it's one of the only local restaurants in Cannon Rocks. We felt very welcomed and couldn't wait to try our food, as we had heard good things about it. Jason had prawns and calamari, while I enjoyed a fresh hake with some salad. Both meals were fantastic. Since Cannon Rocks is small and there's not much to do, we headed to the neighboring town, Kenton-on-Sea, to explore and play some paddle. So we're in Kenton. We're gonna go play some paddle, which is basically a mix of pickleball and squash. Jason does not own shoes, so we had to go to buy some. We got 3 pairs of socks and these really nice pair of running shoes. It was only 230 Rand, which I calculated is just over $14 US. That is crazy cheap, and I actually really like the stuff that we got. Volo was such a charming spot with paddle courts, restaurants, and a bar. After our game, we cooled down with a savannah. It was the perfect way to relax. So update, our $14 shoes broke. We went back and got these ones. Let's hope these ones don't break too. Afterward, we headed into Port Alfred, a bigger neighboring town with stunning coastline and incredible views. We are here at West Beach in Port Alfred. We're just gonna go grab a bite to eat at Guido's before we head out and explore the rest of the town. Guido's was a highlight. Amazing food, incredible service, and views you could stare at all day. Their homemade hot sauce was so good, we even brought home a bottle. After lunch at Guido's, we made our way to Kelly's Beach and just took it slow for a bit. The coastline there is honestly so beautiful. It was super peaceful with clear water and the kind of views that make you just stop and take it all in. It was one of those moments where you don't feel the need to rush anything. On our way back from Port Alfred, we made a stop in Kenton at Cornerstone Takeaway for a milkshake we'd been told it was a must try.
That's too big. It won't come out. No, it's so good.
Thick, creamy, and delicious. It was a perfect treat after a few days of adventure. Overall, we really enjoyed our time in Cannon Rocks. It felt safe, calm, and just easy to be there. Definitely somewhere I'd recommend if you're looking for a more peaceful stay.